Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my office. My name is Honorable Mayowa Adejori, the Commissioner for Environment and Sanitation of State. Our governor, as a progressive governor, is a worthy example of what we have seen in our state. Seeing is believing. Our governor has performed creditably well in some areas that I will mention. His superlative performance, very organic. The governor changed the face of our state in so many areas. Like we used to have the half-salary syndrome in those days by the past administration. Our governor changed the system. Despite the fact that we are paying, the government is paying the backlog of half-salaries, all the backlog of pensions are being paid, and we are paying our salary as at when due and all allowances, because according to Yoruba proverb, governor has been doing well in that area. At least a remarkable departure from the past, what we used to have in the past. We in the cabinet, we used to wonder how God is able to do all these things. But God used to tell us that anybody with God is majority, that he has his God that has been performed. You can see from all phases of life. We go to rural infrastructures. We have constructed roads in every local government in our state. That's never happened. This is not my first time of serving an administration, but this one is different. I've served administration Governor Lagutu before as a chairman of the government, but this one is a bit different from the past. Take my local government as an example. We have constructed road in Iboku, in Ilari, in Mesile, in the Sauki, and so many other places like that. The governor has been able to change the lyrics, the impact, the level of development in the state. As I'm talking to you, we have some infra roads structural network, the overhead bridge system in Osogbo, in Ile-Ife, and so many dual carriageways, as you can have one in Ilesha where you are staying, from the roundabout to the Akure junction. See on the ongoing project dual carriageways. Comparing the number of governors we have had in the past, that road has been there for a long time. The overhead we are having in Osogbo and all those road networks have been there. But this our governor is doing very, very well. It's better to underrate someone and make a surprise. He was underrated, but he's surprising us. The minimum wage that we're having now is the best in the whole of Southwest. Go and compare. You can make your findings. The minimum wage, most of you have people who are in the teaching sector or in the state government employment. Go and find out the table. The workers are enjoying, everybody, because that's the basic necessity of life. We did it in the elementary social studies, secondary school. Is food, number one, clothing, and shelter. So why we say the governor has been able to lift the standard of the state. In the health sector, we have been able to upgrade over 400 health centers, maternity centers to health centers. In Nobokun, where I come from, we have one in the south, one in the Messi, one in the Lase, one in the Otaile, Bokun. The last one is coming up in the Kinwa. Now, let me tell you, that is what has been. It has been like that in every local government across the state. I've never seen a government that is constructing road in all local government at a time. It is happening. We are constructing roads in all local. In Iboku, where I come from, we are constructing roads in Mesilia in Arena. We have done in Iboku before. Boreholes, we have dug 2 boreholes per ward in every local government. 2 boreholes per ward. In Oboku local government where I come from, they have dug 20 boreholes. Because we have 10 wards, 2 in 1 ward. You can confirm that is all across the state. Across the state. In education, we were in the last executive meeting. The commissioner, in most of the past executive meeting that we have done, the commissioner for education will stand up each time to tell us also state has received a medal for coming first in this exam, for coming first in that exam. Even we receive international awards in education. You know why? Because the teachers are well paid. So they put all their efforts to deliver what is they are bringing to the students. It is when you are well paid that you have the willingness to do what is the best. In agricultural sectors, I couldn't remember, maybe during the regime, that we have this agricultural mechanization, even for the youth. Our governor launched a mechanized agriculture for the youth in Emesile. I don't know why I got choose Emesile. He chose Emesile, I was there. That bought a lot of, the government bought, through the governor, bought many tractors to the farmer. On the day of the launching, if you are conversant with social media, you will see Oga driving one of the tractors for agricultural mechanization and to ensure maximum food production. That's the other areas. I'm not even talking about my own ministry. I'm talking of other key sectors. Presently, the efforts are ongoing. We have conducted exam and interview for employment of primary and secondary school teachers and education officers in the state. Any moment from now, people will be receiving letters of employment. Education officers, primary and secondary school teachers. Later from now. Despite the huge wages of this our minimum wage level. When I find out the minimum wage of it, compare also to other states. So the governor has been able to do it. It's a blessing. The governor, is a blessing to also state. It's a blessing to the new generation coming up. And don't let me forget, if I continue to say it, I can forget my own ministry. Let me come back to my ministry. Yes, as the name implies, when you have the Ministry of Environment and Sanitation, what will come to anybody's mind is environmental sanitation. The wicked sanitation is beyond that. It's part of it. It's beyond that. The Ministry of Environment, this ministry, our job is how to make also citizens, either you are indigenous or not indigenous, also citizens, the inhabitants of Osun State, survive in every hostile environment. Our job is how to make you survive in every hostile environment. The environment we are living is hostile. You can agree with me that the environment we are living in the whole world is hostile. Why is this hostile? We have pollutions. We have air pollutions. We have noise pollutions, water pollutions. When you have all those things, it's hostile environment. But it's our duty to make that environment conducive for you to survive. That's part of our job. Then, let me leave the theoretical aspect. Let me go to the practical terms. In this ministry, the major thing that all of you know, that every layman will come to your head is environmental sanitation. It is our duty to maintain the environmental cleanliness of some state. Make it clean. That's why you see some of our trucks packing refuse down at the median of the roads, especially in the state capital. It's not common in other areas. It's very, very common in per capita because of the population of the people. And it is not legal. It is illegal to dump waste in the middle of the road because in my house, I have a waste bin in which you have the PSP people, that is private support partnership people. Give them money, maybe 1,000, 2,000 to pack your refuse, take it to dump site. But we cannot, because of some people who are defiant of doing something that are not reasonable, we cannot, because of that, close our eyes and allow the refuse to stay in the middle of the road. So we have to pack it and put it and take it to the dump site. That's one of our duties as an environmental sanitation agency. We have to maintain the clean environment of the whole state. Secondly, we should maintain and enforce legitimate dumping of refuse. We should enforce that legitimate dumping of refuse is a sin, is forbidden. You can't just take your refuse and dump in the river. If you are caught, we have an enforcement people that will arrest you, they will fine you. And then they fine you 1 or 2 times, you won't do it again. We have environmental health massage. We have opening massage. We have so many enforcement agents that can apprehend those who are defiant, who doesn't obey rules and regulations. It's part of our duties. Another area like is control of flooding. It is our duty to make sure that our houses, our properties are not flooded by water. And how do we do that? We have a department of flooding here. We have to dredge those water paths, waterways, to allow easy passage of water and remove all the waste along the waterways so that we can reduce or eliminate flooding. Part of our duties. If you last year we received an award, a medal from NIMET. You know what NIMET? Nigeria Meteorological Services. That also is one of the few states that didn't experience flooding. Didn't experience any flooding. That's because we were proactive enough. We saw it coming. Our governor released funds that we should start dredging for waterways. As I'm talking to you, we are preparing for this coming season. All our machines, if not because of you, I should be on the site. For special, they are on the site. They are working in Ilesha, Nife, Osogbo, severally, La, and all the big area and the flood-prone areas across the state. So our duty is to prevent flooding. Merely, it's our duty. Part of our duty. Let me take you to another perspective. In this ministry, we have a department of forestry department. Forestry. In this ministry, we have a department. And the major objective of the forest department is the conservation of our forest reserves. You know, we conserve your forest reserve. Apart from bringing in revenue for the government, it will mitigate against the negative actions of climate change. That is, it will prevent carbon emission. Every human being, even in the O-level general science, technical science, you know that we breathe in oxygen, and we give out that carbon dioxide. And that oxygen is coming from those trees you see around. The carbon dioxide we breathe out in the trees is going to make use of it. Apart from being an ornamental purposes, the trees, all the trees you are seeing in this environment of the forest reserve, it was planted by the Ministry of Environment to conserve our forest reserve and to guide against negative, which is carbon emission. I know you understand what I mean. Those are the duties of this ministry. The only area you might not be interested, I can also tell you, is this ministry is a revenue generating ministry for the government. So you can't fell a single tree in our forest reserve. Even in your farm, if you get to know, you have to pay charges to the government through the ministry. Yes, in our forest reserve, you have to pay charges. So we generate revenue, we make that out of what the government is using to finance other projects. Yes, it is already impeding. There's no way because the government is interwoven. Government is 3 tiers. You have a local government, state government, and the federal government. If you have an injury in this finger, you will feel it all over your body. Abi, it's injurious because most of our environmental officers across the whole government couldn't go to work. They couldn't do their normal duties of maintaining environmental cleanliness and supervise. All their supervisory roles have been put on hold because of this, the stubbornness and the illiterate act of these rascals want to turn upside the law in the land. But I know we'll get over it very soon. Get over it at the grace of God. Because we are on the right path.
Okay, sir. Lastly.
Yes, that's the major area. Major question I would have loved to mention that I forgot. My advice to our people of Osun State is to obey the laws of the land. Don't dump refuse here. Don't do it. Imagine each time I go out to the late evening, I used to see people with a Prado G gas stopping along the road and put a refuse in the median of the road. After all, the private support partnership, the PSP people that used to come to different houses, they collect 500 naira, 1,000. That's the attitude of our people. Our people should change their attitude. They should obey the law of the land. And anytime we apprehend them, they will call their relative, they start calling us. Because they find if you are caught is 50,000 naira. Start calling their relative, my son mistakenly put, why your son? It's your status. Our people should obey the laws of the land. And they should pay where they should pay. Especially, you cannot be felling our trees without paying the necessary fees. If you are called, you have to pay double. When people do it, they should pay the necessary fees. For they want government to do this for them, government to do that. Where will they get the money? Attitude of our people has to change. That's my advice to the people. They have to change that this government is ours, not for Senator Ademola Adeleke, or my own government. It is ours. The own level government, the government, democracy, the government of the people, by the people, for the people. Why it is people, people, people? We hold the government together. Government cannot exist in a vacuum if you don't have the people that you are governing. It is our government. The moment we conclude elections and the winners are declared, you forget about party politics. If an APC person go for an interview, they work, and say in the interview, what is the name of your governor? If the person you want to get cleared, you say, Senator Ademola Adeleke is my governor. So immediately after election, put party politics at. This is what is happening in the local government area. Although the local government area are doing very soon, they serve them the language they understand. The things will start going normally. Unless you want to tell me, don't know the difference of this time and when the past government was there. If you don't know, the civil servant they know. Abi, ask if you have a civil servant as a mother, or a father, or a sister, or brother, ask them. The civil servant are not partisan. they can tell you the truth that this government is better off. That's a human face. That's a listening here. And they are doing what? There are some, you can go to some states or some other areas where you cannot just say you want to come. Like this, they tell you pass through a lot of protocols. I was only commenting on this, on their, on their page, on the Facebook. That is where they make an appointment. Say, just go and interview. Hey, why not? Why interview me and put me in Facebook? I don't mind. Let people see me. Yes, I don't mind. So
Thank you very much.
that is all.
Thank you so much, sir. So we are done with the